has been thin, and she was looking thin towards the end of her lactation, and that's totally normal. And we did have a problem with homunculus this summer, and I had gone ahead and dewormed her just based on her FOMACHA score, rather than doing a fecal egg count. I did do a fecal egg count, I think 6 weeks after treatment, well, probably 4 weeks, and her egg count was down to 0. So I know she's not dealing with parasites. Get off my camera. Guys. And I have just been unable to get weight on her. So what I'm going to do is take a fecal sample and have her tested for yonis. She's not ridiculously skinny, but I'm not happy with her body condition score, and I just want to make sure and not live in denial that there's not something else going on. I really do think, because I did see a big decline in body condition right after they were pulled off a pasture for the year, and so I really do think it's just a feed issue, that my hay is crap, and I have not gotten my hay samples back yet, so I need to look into that today, because we can't make an effective ration without knowing all the info from the hay samples. So I'm just going to show you how to take a fecal sample from them. So I just like to put just a tiny bit of lube just to make it more comfortable. And it works best often if you like stand over the top of them. So you just want to insert your finger, and she has some right there. And if you just kind of palpate a little bit, they typically will, hey buddy, crap right out into your hand. She's not pushing, so I can feel it right there. I'm just going to try to pull a few out. Just need a few grams. And just pull it into the, just hold it in your glove. Don't touch my camera. Typically, when you palpate them, it stimulates them to poop, so then it comes right out. So it's just in my hand there. I'm just going to take my glove, and it goes down in the fingers of the glove. I just tie the end shut, and then if you're doing multiple goats, you just want to take a Sharpie. I only have one going in, so but then you just label it and you're good to go. This buck is so in love with Mira's lead. He like rubs all over it and nibbles it. Someday he's gonna hang himself in it, I'm sure. You weirdo. I have to fill the hay feeder, and the snowblower broke. So after all this snow and drifting, and we have no path down to the goat shed. So this is my hack for driving through bumpy snow. You bungee. I'm feeding 2 kinds of hay. So this is loose from a big bale, and then this is a small bale, and this is actually a different kind of small bale I had laying around. So this is how I normally take them down, but I bungee everything to it so that you don't lose it. Oh my god, he's so stupid. So the top door is open and the bottom door is closed. And when that door is open, so like the carpet is against there, and he's always like walking into it because he thinks he can get inside, and then he like bams his head against the side of the shed. Oh my gosh. Is he dumb? Do you want love? I don't have any treats, sorry. So I got my Yoni's test results back from my vet. She texted me and they are negative, so I'm really excited about that. That would just add a whole nother layer, because I would immediately have to call her, and I was really not looking forward to do a how to butcher your goat video for you guys. So I didn't think that's what it was, but I needed to be sure, and not, you know, pretend that there was nothing wrong. So also, my hay sample is back from, the test results are back from the hay, that sample that I sent in. And I sent it in with the neighbors because he was sending a bunch in. He's a dairy farmer, so he had a bunch of samples to send in. So he said I could just send mine in with him. And he has it in his email, and hopefully we'll get them tonight when he remembers to send them to me. And then Dr. Kate can help me make a ration that is a little more targeted for Stella. I do think she is starting to put some condition on. I really need to buy a platform scale. It's been in my Amazon shopping cart for 2 years now, and there's just always something more important to get, and it just never gets figured into the budget. So that is definitely something I need to do before kidding season for sure. And I go back and forth now if I want a platform scale or if I should just hold off and buy like a scale that goes into a handling system, because I will need that in the future, but I could always sell it. So that way I would know for sure. It's hard. I take pictures of her because it's hard to know from day to day, like, oh, she looks better. No, she doesn't. So sometimes a picture will help you look back and remember. Mira, no. Good girl. So what else? Oh, also, I think so far it seems like all my does are bred. I have not seen anybody come back into heat. Tink for sure. She was the first one. It's been, I think, 30 days since she was bred, and she has not come around. And these other two should have come back around now if they were not pregnant. It'll be a little, like, within a week, I'd be pretty sure. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to I probably won't do a pregnancy test this year. I can either ultrasound them or send in like a bioprint test. They test like the protein, or there's also a progesterone test, and those are both blood tests. So I'm not sure. I don't think I will this year, just because that buck is going to be in with them for quite some time, just because I am low on like shed space. And so honestly, if they don't get bred in the time that he's in here by them, if they don't get pregnant, they'll have to go. They'll just get culled because they will have had plenty of time.